WWDC, the Worldwide Developer Conference or WDC, is around the horizon once again, and speculations are very high for the biggest software event of the summer. Argue with me and I'll throw the facts to you. But before discussing about the WWDC, let's set the mood. How cool is that? So what's up guys, I hope you all are doing good and staying safe, and I also hope you might enjoy the Craig style of the introduction because I really loved the way he presented the new macOS Big Sur last year at the WWDC alongside the new M1 Apple Silicon also, which was introduced first at the WWDC 2020. And just like that, this year also we are having a tons of speculations, not only just on the software side but on the hardware side as well, because according to the leaks and rumors, and also according to the Jon Prosser, who is a very well-renowned leaker, and also according to the Mark Gurman, who is also having a very steady record on the Apple Track website. So we can finally expect some new hardware at the WWDC, most probably the new Mac lineup, the new 14-inch MacBook Pro, 16-inch MacBook Pro, the new iMacs, the new Mac Pros, and these all will be powered by the newer silicon of Apple. Maybe they'll call that M1X or M2 or whatever they'll call that, what they have to call. So I am here today discussing about the leaks and rumors of the WWDC 2021, and starting with the iOS, because you all know iOS has been always the core new operating system of the Apple, and they always announce iOS first. So starting with the iOS 15, first, don't look at that as the official iOS 15 wallpaper or the icon, because these are just renders made by some other websites, which I have written also here. So with the iOS 15, we can expect a little bit of changes in the UI, like a refresh of the icons and all that stuff. Not a major overall like we got on the iOS 14 last year. And according to 9to5mac.com also, which is a very prominent, which is one of the best websites to track about Apple news, Apple product, they say like the iOS 15 will outline a handful of features just like iOS 14 launched. So with iOS 14, we already got the ability, finally we have got the ability to add custom app icons to our app drawer, and we can use Shortcuts app of Apple very conveniently now to do so many tricks with the app icons and other stuff as well. So according to them, there will be an option to set automatic replies to messages depending on their status. So you can send automatic replies to messages, and maybe this feature will be only iMessage exclusive for the very beginning. So just expect this feature as an iMessage exclusive for some time, or maybe it may be iMessage exclusive for all of the time as well. So Apple can also add some unique notification features such as do not disturb and sleep mode as well. So Apple is planning to upgrade their do not disturb and sleep mode features as well, and there were also rumors that Apple might also include food tracking for the very first time. So you can enter data of the food you are eating daily, and you can track the calories intake, and you can also track all the health details by syncing that thing with your Apple Watch, with your iPad, and also with your Apple Fitness Plus service, which Apple has introduced I think 1 year ago. So you can sync your food data as well with your Apple Health services with the Apple Watch, and you can track everything. So basically Apple is just like, you know, creating a bridge between the health apps of your Apple Watch, iPhone, and sending all that to the Apple Fitness Plus service, which has been recently introduced by Apple. So apart from that, you can expect some minor design changes as I discussed earlier as well. And apart from that, only a handful of other accessibility features may be introduced as a part of iOS 15, and apart from that, we have not got any other information about any other leaks. So iOS 15 will not be a major overhaul in the terms of iOS updates. So don't expect a lot of bells and whistles this year. Now, moving to the iPad OS 15, the iPad OS is the most interesting thing that has to be expected this year because Apple has recently launched the iPad Pro with the M1 chip inside. So, M1 chip in the iPad Pro with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and with the iPad OS you can't do anything, to be honest. You can't use Xcode in that, you can't use the creative apps like Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro inside the iPad. So having an M1 chip inside the iPad Pro with an iPad OS is, I think, a curse for all the creators, and according to the leaks and rumors and according to the demands of all the people, we must get the ability to open the Pro applications just like the Xcode and the Final Cut Pro, a new multitasking system, and we can also expect a major revamp in the iPad OS. So this year expect iPad OS to be the major update among all the operating system updates, because iPad Pro, the all new iPad Pro just got the M1 chip, which has been in the MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, and now in the iMac, also in the Mac Mini. So Apple has introduced their desktop level high quality silicon in the iPad. So you have to expect and you have to demand Apple to include the operating system that can support all the Pro apps, because without the Pro apps, what's the benefit of having a Pro processor? Because you are having a processor that can do things even an i7 or i9 can't do properly or with that speed. So if you are having something which can do something faster than the i7 processor or i9 processor, and you don't have the compatible operating system, that's really a shame according to me. But I really have good hope and faith in Apple, because they will introduce something to open the Pro apps like the Xcode and the Final Cut Pro. And also I am expecting Apple to finally include some tweaks also in the memory management, because based on the news I have heard, the new iPad Pro with the 16 gigabytes of RAM can only use 5 gigabytes of RAM in the current iPad OS update. So with the current iPad OS 14 versions, the new iPad Pro can only use the 5 gigabyte of allotted RAM among the 16 GB of RAM available. So you can think around, I think 55 to 60% of performance is just suppressed right now. So we clearly need a good iPad OS, a Pro iPad OS this time. So now moving to the Watch OS, this year we are going to see the all new Watch OS 8, and according to the leaks and rumors, we are not having much in store for the Watch OS 8 as well, just like the iOS 15, because Apple is just planning to introduce some basic tweaks and some new features for the always on display according to the rumors. And according to the rumors, the always on display can support the Apple's Now Playing view, and it can also support the navigation in maps, like for the always on display which is available on the Apple Watch Series 5 and below, not below, sorry, Apple Watch Series 5 and above. You can use that always on display feature as a navigation features in map. Suppose you have turned on navigation, so the map will overtake your always on display watch face as the map face. The face of the map will be taken place instead of the watch face, so that you can see the navigation points very easily and conveniently. And this way Apple can expand the use of their always on display, and this is only the major leak that has come so far. And apart from that also, you can just expect some major tweaks and not a lot of bells and whistles. So moving ahead now to the Mac OS. The Mac OS was the highlight of the show, the showstopper of the show last year, with Apple introducing the new Apple Silicon and Apple introducing the Mac OS Big Sur, which is also the version number 11, finally moving from the version number 10 and improving the naming schemes. So this year Apple will introduce the Mac OS 12. I don't know the name, no one knows the name what they will name it, but according to the leaks and rumors, we can just expect some minor improvements compared to the major redesign we saw last year. So for the Mac OS, there are no major details available, and you can just see minor upgrades, just some tweaks, just some security patches and all that stuff for the Mac OS, because Mac OS is already perfect for all of us with the introduction of the Mac OS Big Sur, and already Apple has introduced their super fast M1 chips, and they are also expected to launch the M1X or the M2 chipset, and they are also expected to introduce the MacBook lineup, the iMac or some other Mac product lineup powering the second generation of their Apple Silicon processors at the WWDC 2021. So apart from Mac OS, you can expect some cool hardware announcements related to the Mac OS this year. Now moving to the tvOS 15 and HomePod updates, there have been nothing for that. You can see on the 9 to 5 Mac also they have included just this much for both the HomePod and the tvOS 15, because I don't think anyone is interested in knowing the leaks and rumors for the new operating system for the tvOS and for the HomePod OS. I am not saying that the HomePod or the Apple TV is not very good or is not being sold in masses, but people are not interested in getting the leaks and rumors so earlier for these products. So you can just expect some minor changes in the tvOS 15 and the new HomePod OS as well, just like all the other operating system, with some minor tweaks and some major security patches as well, and some other UI changes as well. Now that was it for all the things, all the software things, and that is what the leakers and according to the rumors we can expect in all the WWDC 2021. And apart from the software only event, just like the last year, we can expect some hardware, as I already told you, in this year's WWDC 2021, because Apple is rumored to introduce the all new MacBook Pro 14-inch powered by the second generation of Apple Silicon, including the all new Apple's MacBook Pro 16-inch with the second generation of Apple Silicon. And we can also expect some other Mac products like the bigger iMac, the Mac Pro, or who knows, another iPad Pro as well. So just keep waiting for the WWDC, but the wait is not too long now because it's just less than a week away, and we are just less than a week away from the WWDC, and I at Tech Telepathy will also cover the WWDC 2021 live, and I'll discuss all the things live with you also. Do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon as well to enjoy the WWDC 2021 with me. We all will enjoy together live, and we all will discuss all the new things, all the new launches, being it hardware or software, live at the same time. So do subscribe my channel for that and hit the bell icon. And also, if you like my work and if you like this video as well, do subscribe and like the video and share the video with your friends as well. That's it for today. I hope you will like this video, and I'll also see you in the next video really soon.